Good day. When interpreting a configuration report, there are a few things that you need to consider. For instance, the name of the device, the firmware bundle, the document feeder interval, the engine cycle, the event log, and the paper tray options. We will be breaking this down into various segments. The name of this device is called the HP LaserJet Flow Multifunction Printer M830. It's just the device that we're using. For instance, it's an example. The firmware version on this device is 4.11.2.1. This also helps with the performance of the device. Please make sure that your firmware version is up to date to the latest firmware. The document feeder kit interval speaks to the amount of pages the document feeder can apprehend to, in this case 100,000. The pages since last document feeder maintenance, so this is the amount of pages that the document feeder has printed, has been 10,814. The engine cycles 1,820,343. That's the amount of pages that this printer has printed in its engine cycles. The event log. The event log speaks to the events that have occurred on the device. 66.60.34, for instance, speaks to a misfeed in one of the trays, and this number is 198, which speaks to the latest event on this device. Please do look at your event logs, because the event log gives you a whole indication of what the performance has been doing on the printer, or what has been the latest performance. If there's any occurrence in a device or any misfeed of paper, anything to do with the fuser or the maintenance, the device will pick it immediately up and send it to the event log procedure. Paper tray options. All trays should be set to A4. As you can see, default paper size is A4. Tray 1 size, any size, it should be set to A4. Tray 2 size, A4. That is fine. That's for plain. And this will always allow the device to print A4 size pages. If you do indicate on the device trays and you pull out the tray, you can set the tray to A4. That speaks to the first page of the configuration page. Page speaks to the IP address. It is called an embedded HP Jet Direct J8028E, for instance, for the HP M830. This speaks to the IP address if you want to connect and get access of the device from your laptop. You will simply need to put in the IP address, in this case 10.195.234.155 page. Here we do look at the amount of pages that has been printed from the flatbed. We look at the amount of pages that was also copied. So if you can see on the print side of things, there's been a total amount of A4 pages being 190,640, A3 1,577, and letter 857. Just for instance, the copy amount has been exactly for A4 in this instance 1,593,493. Equivalent impressions, which is the grand total, if you add the print and the copy together, you would get 1,796,819.5. The scan count by destination, that speaks to the grand total of scans, which is 84,518. The event log page, you get the date, the time, the cycles, the event, the firmware, and the description or personality of the event. The top of the event, which is 66.60.34, speaks to the top of the event log in the first page, if you do recall 66.60.34. That will always stay the same, as it gives the top 3 events and the description of what has happened. So this spoke to the stacker asset motor error. Something was wrong with the stacker, but it has been resolved. The next error speaks to the misfeed jam from tray 1. So the event log recently gives you an indication of the recent events that have occurred while using the LaserJet Flow multifunction printer M830. And that's how you interpret a configuration report page. Please, to all technical supports, do make the principals aware of these notes, because these are important to when ordering stock or even looking at the device performance and knowing your future production on your printing devices. Please also do note, if you send configuration reports on a weekly basis, you will be getting commission. So all have a good time sending your configuration reports. Always remember to put the stamp of the school on the configuration reports page and send it through PDF format. Have a good day.